We've got AI that can write incredible poetry, but it can't send an email. We have AI that can design a building, but it can't order the materials. Why is that? And maybe more importantly, what's going to happen when we finally tear down that wall? We are right on the verge of this huge shift, from AI that can only talk to AI that can actually do.
It's a simple question, right? And it gets to the heart of a fundamental limit of today's AI. It can create amazing things, but it can't act on them. It can generate the perfect response, a brilliant essay, or even flawless code, but something is holding it back from taking that last step out into the real world. So what is it?
The truth is, large language models, or LLMs, live in this kind of digital sandbox, a glass cage, really. They're masters of language and logic, but they are totally disconnected from everything else. They can write the instructions, but they can't push the buttons. They can draft that email for you, sure, but they have zero access to your email client to actually hit send. It's like they're these powerful minds, but with no hands.
But wait a minute. As some of you are probably thinking right now, there are already tools out there that seem to bend these rules, that seem to give AI those hands. And that's where this whole story gets really, really interesting.
Yeah, pioneering tools like Cursor are already giving us a glimpse of what's possible. You can give them a prompt, and they can translate that into real-world actions, like creating new files in your project or even installing software packages. But here's the catch. Each one of these tools is a custom-built island. There are no bridges connecting them because they all built their own proprietary solution from scratch.
And that leads to a major roadblock. I mean, if every developer has to reinvent the wheel every single time, we're never going to have a truly connected AI ecosystem where different tools can actually work together. How can my AI agent collaborate with your AI tool if they're speaking completely different languages?
So to solve this problem, this fragmentation, we need a common language, a universal translator for AI. And that is exactly what Anthropic, the folks behind the Claude AI, have proposed. It's a new standard called MMCP. And it's not another app. Think of it more like a blueprint for communication. To really get this, just think about the standards that make the modern web even possible. We've got things like REST APIs for communication and status codes like 404 not found that every browser and server on the planet understands. MCP is designed to be for AI what these standards are for the web, a universal framework, a common ground where every AI and every tool can meet and understand each other.
So what's actually behind the acronym? MCP stands for Model, Context, and Protocol. Let's break down what each of those pieces means, because together they form the three essential pillars of an AI that can finally act. First up, M is for model. This is the part we're all pretty familiar with, the AI brain itself. We're talking GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, you name it. It's the core intelligence that understands our language and processes our requests. Simple enough.
Okay, next up, and honestly this is the key that unlocks everything, is C for context. Context is all the stuff the AI doesn't know on its own. It's the specific files on your computer, the data in your company's private database, the real-time messages buzzing in a Slack channel. Context is the bridge that connects the AI's general intelligence to the specific, private world you want it to actually operate in.
And finally, we've got P for protocol. This is the rulebook. It's the official set of standards that dictates how the model gets the right context from the outside world and does it securely and reliably. It makes sure that every tool and every AI is speaking the exact same language.
All right, let's see how this all clicks together. Imagine you give an AI this prompt. A standard LLM today would be completely stumped. It has no access to your private code, and it definitely can't peek into your company's internal Slack messages. It's missing the necessary context.
But with MCP, the whole process is transformed. Your request kicks off the protocol, which then calls out to these specialized things called MCP servers. Think of an MCP server as a secure, expert translator for a specific app. A GitHub MCP server securely grabs only the relevant code issues. A Slack MCP server retrieves only the right messages. All this curated context is then fed to the AI model, allowing it to give you a truly intelligent and actually useful response.
So, now that we kind of get the mechanics, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. Because this isn't just a technical upgrade, this is the foundation for a completely new generation of software and a whole new way of interacting with our digital world.
The absolute best way to think about these MCP servers is like plugins or add-ons for your AI. They're like new superpowers. Each server you connect is a new skill, a new capability, a new sense. It's like finally giving your AI both hands to work with and eyes to see the specific data it needs. And the possibilities here are just mind-boggling. I mean, imagine an AI that can not only write code, but can actively manage your GitHub repositories. Or an AI that can not only draft a message, but also send it through Slack. What about a Stripe server for handling payments? A Premiere Pro server to edit videos from a simple description? Or a Figma server for designing user interfaces? Suddenly, any application can become an AI-powered tool.
What we're really watching is the birth of a brand new ecosystem. This standardization is creating a marketplace for AI capabilities, a new kind of app store, where developers can build and share tools that give any AI these new superpowers. We're moving from a world where we download apps for ourselves to use to one where we download skills for our AI agents to use on our behalf.
We are on the verge of a new era, where AI is no longer just a clever conversationalist, but a true collaborator, a powerful doer. So the question is no longer if AI can do things, but what will we choose to build with it? What new possibilities will we unlock when we finally give our AI the tools to shape our world?